We are going to travel the world in search of the most intelligent animals Mother Nature has ever produced. Some you may think are common and some will astound you, but they will all entertain. Here are the smartest animals found in the planet. And for some extra fun, find our mascot Ned hiding throughout the video. Pigeons. Pigeons migrate using the electromagnetic field, but if they want to, they could use the street signs and save your life along the way. One of the most impressive skills is geolocation. That means that they can remember places from far distances, like Google Maps help us find our way home, even after a few years. But that's not the most impressive feature pigeons have. In a particular study, pigeons were trained to distinguish over 300 words from random letters using a touch screen. The more advanced pigeons were even able to recognize if a word was misspelled. And what about saving lives? Pigeons have a great vision and can also see ultraviolet. Because of their eagle eyes, pigeons were being trained by the U.S. Coast Guard to find people lost at sea. Rats. When you think of intelligent rats, you may think of them running through a maze. But it will surprise you to know that rats have one of the highest emotional intelligence in the animal kingdom. Hollywood has done a great job of making us think that rats are disgusting, when in reality, rats are fastidiously cleaner than cats, are clever, super family-oriented, and extremely adaptable. The key here is adaptability. For an animal to be able to go with the flow means that they have to adapt to change and remember what to do differently next time. Rats are used on behavioral studies to deal with mazes as well as stress. That's why rats make great pets. Compared to a dog, most rats take very short time to be trained, and like cats' fur, rats barks. They tap their little teeth together when they're happy and comfortable and will remember their favorite people. Octopus. Octopi are the smartest escape artists in the animal kingdom. An octopus brain is wired similar to our brain, and could it be possible that an octopus can solve a problem better than you? Naturally, octopus are very curious and have been tested by researchers in problem solving and people differentiation. In one particular study, an octopus was given the task of escaping a maze that included tight spaces. As predicted, octopus did quite well on solving the escaping room conundrum. And how about their people skills? In one particular study, an octopus was made to interact with two different people. One was warm and friendly while the other was cold and distant. When the two people entered the octopus living space at the same time, the octopus will ignore the impersonal one while turning red of joy at seeing the friendly human. By the way, octopus are so smart, they get bored in aquariums, so Legos, jars, and even Mr. Potato Heads are given to keep these smart invertebrates busy enough so they will not escape their exhibits and end up in someone else's tank. Cats. Have you ever wondered why babies are so surprised when you play peekaboo with them or hide behind something? Like a magician, they actually think you disappeared. There is a concept called object permanence, which is a state of human development that allows children to understand that things disappear, but not forever. Before 4 to 7 months, human babies do not have this ability. Cats, on the other hand, they are born with object permanence and even surpass us in another category: self-awareness. It was believed that self-awareness was only in humans and in great primates. Babies do not have this ability to recognize themselves in a mirror until around 2 years of age. Although intelligence can vary between cat breeds, many cats can recognize themselves in the mirror and begin to stroke their heads and kick their feet so to enjoy the reflection. Parrots, the entertaining early warning system. Parrots were used by pirates on boats to see if the ship was near land, and also were used in mines. Typically, canaries were the norm, but parrots too, to determine if the air quality was safe for the miners. and you may have sat in front of a parrot and swapped words and phrases with them. But are parrots smart? Although a parrot's brain is smaller than a mammal and dolphins, parrots have the incredible memory of flight navigation and long-distance location. And the mimicking, you ask? Parrots have cognitive abilities and intellectual talents comparable to primates. Parrots are able to speak and modulate due to their brain structure and neural mechanisms, as well as having 2 independent voice boxes. We only have one. It's one of the few animals considered vocal learners. Their powerful avian brain helps them recognize voices, communicate their desires, use tools, and even understand the concept of numbers. Elephants. When it comes to brains, size does matter. Elephants have proven that they are large as well as extremely smart. But how intelligent are they? They not only remember the graves of lost long family members and have complex family and social interactions, but elephants also remember the direction that they need to travel towards for water and food. But here is an even more astounding test that reveals the true intelligence and memory of elephants. In Africa, there are few elephant hunting tribes. Researchers followed several groups of elephants and recorded their reactions to voices of those hunting tribes. Once the recording started, elephants reacted fearfully to the tribe's voices and even moved away from the source of the noise. As soon as the recording changed to a tribe that did not hunt them, the elephants relaxed. To test the theory of voice recognition, researchers played the hunting tribe's voices but mixed them with voices of the tribe's women and children. Elephants only reacted to the male voices, since males are the ones who do the hunting. Bees. The best teachers in the world. Flowers, fruits, and honey. We owe it all to bees. If not for their pollination and hard work, crops will not yield enough food to sustain our communities. But bees are not only invaluable for what they do, they win the prize for brilliance in the insect world. The brain size is so tiny, the size of a grass seed, but it is 10 times denser than any mammal in existence. They can also see ultraviolet light and polarized light as well. Researchers tested the brain smarts theory by teaching them tricks. One experiment involved teaching a bee to pull a string and be rewarded with sugar water. Later, the trained bee taught the colony to do it too. And how long did it take the entire colony to learn this trick? One time. More complex research was done, showing again and again bees are truly smart. Human versus chimp. If somebody told you that baby chimps are smarter than college students, what would your first thought be? We know that chimps can use tools and some even learn sign language, but how good is their memory? Here is a university-conducted memory test pitting chimps against college students. The cognitive test involved flipping a card and matching it with its equal. Knowing that practice improved the results, the college students were allowed to warm up before the contest began. Team Chimp won by a large margin. The younger the chimp, the better they did. Researchers speculate that the young chimps were using photographic memory. That means that after glancing at an image for less than a second, the shape and its location was memorized. Crows. Family grudges are as old as time, from Romeo and Juliet to the Hatfields and McCoys. Humans pass down grudges to the next generation. But did you know crows do it too? Crows have very complex social behavior and language. Several years ago, a group of crows were captured from a park in the US and were used for a social experiment. The researchers wore face masks so the birds will not identify them personally. After the research was done, the animals were released back into the park where they were captured from. Years later, the same masks that were used inside the lab were worn outside where the birds lived. The results were incredible. Even after generations have passed, the crows will start croaking and dive bombing the masked individuals who did them or a family member wrong. Ants. In a meeting room or a classroom, when an idea starts floating around, you start to have more new and creative ones yourself. Well, ants take this concept to the next level to what is called adaptive self-organizing system. In simpler terms, ants together are greater than the sum of its parts. It's like an individual cell in our body. Not a big deal, but then gather the millions and millions of cells and voila, a human. Together, ants can even float, and while passing each other, they will nod. The impressive capacity and organization of the colony is stronger and better than human settlements and cities. Anthills look similar to our basic building techniques with chambers, corridors, infirmaries, and more. They even form cities known as super colonies, where different species of ants gather and live together, covering areas of over 60 miles, about 100 kilometers wide. Moving as a single unit is what makes them unstoppable. Goats. You may have heard that elephants have a fantastic memory, but goats may have them beat. There are many types of intelligence. One of them is problem solving. You will be surprised to know goats are among the best problem solvers in the animal kingdom. What secrets lie in a goat's brain? Researchers in Australia came up with an experiment that involved levers and treats. If the goats figured out how to access the treat, then it was theirs. Well, that sounds great, but here is the best part. When levers were presented again, almost a year later, the majority of the goats remember how to open the contraption and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. Thank you for watching this video about the smartest animals on Earth. Remember to subscribe, and until next time! Remember to click the bell icon after you subscribe so you can get instant notifications of all of our new videos.